Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome. It's Thursday. It's Thursday live night, and I'm sorry I have to switch up the podcast a little bit. So I'm just gonna wait for some of you all to come in. I did not forget it's Thursday talks. It's Thursday therapies. It's Thursday live conversations. Thursday live sessions. However we want to do it. And I put in description for those of you who don't know what we talk about. Hey, YouTube family. Hey, Instagram. I'm on my apparel brand page, Fearless Daughters Dream on Instagram. I'm in the Wisdom community. Um, I'm on LinkedIn. Again, I said hey to YouTube family, and I'm on my Twitter family page. We do, you all know we do Thursdays as well. I don't care what I'm doing, and I've had a busy last 2 days, but I was like, oh, it's Thursday, and I was looking at the time, and usually you all, I go live 7 p.m. Eastern time, my time. But you know what? I killed it because I started early, y'all. I started at 6:50. I started at 6:51 because my plan was to get on 30 minutes earlier because I had thought about it at 6:30, and I was like, oh, it's Thursday, so I got to come in. But it's been a busy day, and been taking care of some things with family, and it's all good. It's still all good. It's a new day, and we talk about vulnerability. We talk about things that's going on, that things that has been going on during the week. And for all of you who on Instagram, who's on my new apparel page, I am rocking the Fearless Daughters Dream bucket hat, and we have white and rose gold. I'm rocking the black and white one. So our hats just came in, and we're still taking pre-orders for everything else. And so that's why I wanted to get on my apparel page just to showcase. And we will be doing some more things a little bit later on. So go ahead and get your hats or pre-order. We have hats and we have clothes for the whole family, not just women. It is a women-based apparel that we are pre-launching, and so I've shared that on my YouTube page and um, the Fearless Daughters Catch Dreams page as well. And I also shared on Instagram how the name came behind the brand and how it got started. So you definitely want to check that out um, as well. So yeah, so we are live tonight, you all. I hope you all are doing well. We were going to do a live segment about relationships and about we were going to do a live segment about relationships and if you have to have it all together. So excuse me, y'all. So we are going to move that to next week because some of the guests was not available. So we are going to move that to next Thursday or whatever. So we are here for our Thursday live conversations and just want to know how you all are doing mentally, how you all are doing physically. How has the week been so far? And I'll just share. And so mine has been quite a little bit, hectic. Um, just a little bit. And we know that we have those hectic days. We know that there are days when we've got to deal with family and we've got to come to, a resolution and we've, got to take care of business. We're always running around, y'all, and taking care of our business as adults and taking care of things that we need to do, whether there's school, whether there's work, whether there's business, whether there's just life in general. But then we have to understand that we also, too, have a family. We also, too, have a family that we have to take care of. And we also have children, we have teenagers. And whether we know it or not, this has been pretty much pressing on my heart too, even this week, even last week. And we always take the youth in consideration, but as they start getting older, as they start coming into young adulthood, um, what we need to understand is that they go through just as much as the adults do, and we got to make sure that we take that time out to talk to them daily and ask them questions and get down to the source. We got to get active. We've got to make sure that we're active in school and make sure we're asking questions to the teachers and so forth, and to their peers, because to be honest, they're with them 8 hours of the day. And so we want to make sure that we get involved in it too. And I know sometimes that can be hectic. I really do. I do know sometimes that can be hectic or whatever. And sometimes we just gotta take a breather, like I always say, step back and be like, okay, let's take time out for family. Let's take time out for family. Let's put everything else to the side, because family is important, and our children, our youth is important, and they are the next generation. And so we want to make sure that we are showing up for them as much as we can. And so, yeah, so my day, you all, that's pretty much, for the last couple of days, I've been, devoting more of my time, not just, the last 2 days, but I've been devoting more and more of my time, devoting more of my time to, I'm saying, my daughter, and making sure that, you know, we ask our children questions, um, and these are the times where we just need to take ourselves out, and take ourselves out of the equation, and say, hey, let's forget about what Karen's got to do, what Daddy's got to do, or what whoever adult that's authorized over you. And as an adult and as a parent, you've got to say, we've got to take time, more time for our children. Let's see what's really going on, because they have so many things going on in this new generation that some of us adults are not even really aware of. And that's why, as I have talked about effective communication over and over again, effective communication is important. And so, the last, well, really today was a much busier day for me, but just making sure that I keep in constant contact, with my daughter, and making sure, hey, how's school going? Just having those deep, vulnerable conversations. Like I say that as adults, we have to have deep, vulnerable conversations with each other when something um, may be going on, and it don't even have to be severe, but we got to make sure we have open communication to find out what's really going on. How are you feeling? How are you doing? And vice versa. And you asking the other person, well, how are you feeling and how are you doing? And so that's a little bit in the nutshell of how I'm doing, um, and what's been going on pretty much in my world. Um, yeah, so I want to hear from you all, and feel free to comment. Feel free to share. And we know that in our wisdom family, you can request, everybody can request, or you can just comment or whatever to what I'm detecting. So I'm just sharing a little bit about my busy week and what's going on, and I still was able to maintain and be like, hey, I come in and I talk with my audience, I talk to my clients, I talk to my peers, just to make sure and check in, and to understand what they got going on. Like, hey, even though everything may not go 100% a-okay this week, and I'm letting you all know that just because things did not go, what I'm saying, as well as planned, we're still here, and we still have to get through each day with a positive attitude. We do have to get through each day with a positive mindset. And like I said, even though, maybe you started off the week not so good, and you all know me who follow my lives on Mondays and Thursdays, I always share that if the beginning of the week didn't go so well, guess what? Later on that week, you've got to be encouraged to know that later on the week that things going to get better. You got to have a mindset to say, oh, tomorrow's going to be a better day, or not even that. Oh, in the next hour, it's going to be a great rest of the day, because again, we're taking care of what's going on today. We're not worrying about what's going on tomorrow. We need to take care of the rest of the day and be like, yes, I'm going to have a great rest of my day, even though there were some things that tried to slip through my mind, or there were some things that may have tried to make me upset, or maybe there were some things that you did not understand, but you still did not give up. You still was encouraged. You still had the mindset to be encouraged. And then you got to know that you've got to have that support system. You've got to be mindful of saying, hey, when you can't get through something by yourself, because really none of us, we think that we can just handle stuff and do things on our own. And that's one lesson, really, to be honest, that I had to teach my teenager on this week, and making sure that she stays in constant communication with me, just like adults. Teenagers do this too, and children do this too. When they think that they can handle something on their own, because they know they're at a stage where, oh, I'm getting older and I'm getting responsible. True indeed, you are getting older and you are getting responsible, but you there are situations that you cannot handle on your own, and you may think that you can try to handle them on your own. So when we have a mindset to think, oh, I can handle this, I can do this on my own, I don't need no help, I'm going to handle it the right way, it goes a whole total left in a different way. And then that's a learning curve, and that's a learning lesson for you to say, hey, I knew that I really didn't need help, but I was trying to handle it on my own. And I know that that wasn't the correct way to handle it. And it's like, next time I'm going to handle this situation in the best way. And sometimes we try to beat ourselves up, and we do. We try to beat ourselves up, and teenagers do this too. Young adults do this too, because they like, wow, I wish I shouldn't have done that. And adults do it too. We're all human. We all know, well, I shouldn't have done that. But next time, just know next time that you trust me, you will have an opportunity to get things right and to not try to handle things on your own, that you know you should consult someone to help with, because there are going to be so many curveballs. I'm just going to be honest. And as adults, we should already know this, but we have to even teach our teenagers that there are going to be curveballs that is going to be thrown. There's going to be things that's going to be thrown. There's going to be tests, just like written tests that we have to take, just like kids when they have to take a written test, and have to take a written test and write their homework or whatever, and they've got to keep everything in their head, and they've got to memorize the answers to their test and take their time and read. You got to take your time to pass the test and the curveballs that's going to be thrown at you, because there's going to be some things that may be thrown at you that you're going to have to sit back, you're going to have to sit down, and you're going to have to take time to study. And well, first of all, guess what we have to do? We got to study ourselves, because we got to make sure that we're in a right frame of mind, because let's be honest, most times we're not in the right frame of mind, and that's how things get messed up, that's how things go left, because we need to calm down, we may be frustrated, we may just be kind of like upset, or just like when I shared about effective communication, when it's time to meet face to face and head on with a situation, or with someone, or with a person, whether that be a loved one or someone that you know, and you are indeed upset, and you don't know what you're going to say. A lot of us say, well, yeah, I know what I'm going to say. No, you don't know what you're going to say. And the wrong things may come out of your mouth that you may hurt another person. And so, guess what? You got to calm down, right? You got to get into a place where you need to calm down so you can hold that effective communication. And so you can be mature enough to have a real personal conversation with a whole heart, saying, hey, I'm going to go into this thing positive. And that's the thing that we have to say, and that we have to teach, even not just ourselves, but even our children. And we have to teach more so our children that, because we know that, so, as adults, that when we came up, things were different. And it's like, now we've got to make sure that we're teaching others and our children and our families around us, and especially the children that are coming up in this generation, that we got to think about our actions, because sometimes our actions well, our actions do hold consequences. Everybody's consequence may not be the same, but it holds that. And that's why I'm saying that it is important for us to just take that time out. If you're dealing with a lot, it's good for you to take that time out and to be like, wait a minute, I need to take time for myself, I need to take time for my family, I need to take time for my husband, etc., etc. Whatever the case may be, you need to take time out and we have to think about what we're going to say and do before we think about it. Because like I said, there's a lot of things that can go left. But like I said, if we don't pass the test, we'll have to take it again. So that's why I said it's always going to be another opportunity for you to get it right. But don't beat yourself up if you made a mistake or you made the wrong decision, because we all make wrong decisions at some point in time in life. And sometimes we've stumbled over the same, um, mistake over. And guess what? Until we got it and understood, until we got it right, guess what? We didn't make that mistake anymore because we took time to analyze ourselves, and we took time to be like, wait a minute, this keep coming up, and this is why this keep coming up. I don't have to be subject to that because I can turn away from that. I can have a positive mindset, and I can reject what keeps coming to me that's familiar. So it's like you have to have that mindset to say that, you have to have a mind to know when things are coming that is very familiar than the mistake than the same mistake that you had done before, or something that's very familiar to you, and you know that, hey, wait a minute, this is not right. you know I got to change my mindset about this. I got to take some time and be like, no. You just got to say no. You just got to say no to the mistake and tell the mistake, we're not doing that anymore. So like I said, it's just something that we have to keep reiterating, even to our children. It's something that we have to keep reiterating, um, daily, even to ourselves every day. And like I said, it's easy for us to get upset. Yes, we get frustrated. Nothing wrong with it. Yes, we lash out, but it's something wrong when we have to keep doing it. We don't have to keep doing it over and over again, because then that means we really need to analyze ourselves and something is wrong. What is triggering me to make me want to go out the handle? And I know that there's a lot of people that are introverts, and they're quiet, and they're sweet as they can be, and that's just their character and nature. But when something keeps pushing them to the test, and you think that they're going to stay quiet and they never say anything, yeah, they may fly. I'm gonna say this too. They may fly out the handle and be like, wait a minute. A person may see another side to them that they never seen before, because people are trying to keep their attitude and their anger at a minimum because they don't want people to see that side. And so there's nobody that can ever say that I've never got mad, I've never gotten upset, I've never gotten frustrated. No one can never say that. But when you can find the root to the problem, you can work on that. We all can work on that and be better at that and say, hey, this is what triggered this. And I don't really have to continue to keep running into the same thing. So guess what? I'm going to do something about it. And that's why I said we have to take time out daily for ourselves. We have to take time daily out for our families. We got to take time out daily for everyone that's around us, because we know when we're not in a good space, right? We know when we're not in a good space. So that means, hey, I don't need to do this, or I don't need to talk to this person. I need to kind of like take a moment to get my thoughts together. Okay. Take a moment to get your thoughts together. Take a moment to get your mind together. And this is something that I have to reiterate and even say to myself, oh, I mean, I better not say this, or I better remove yourself from the situation. And like I said, get your thoughts together, get your mindset together, and say, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to go down this road again. I don't want to make this mistake. Um, um, hey, somebody's commenting on LinkedIn. Is it El Bashir? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. El Bashir or Bashir. I'm sorry, I'm not too good with Spanish, but guess what, y'all? There's gonna be another class I'm gonna take up. But thank you for joining on LinkedIn. So you all please comment and feel free to share if you like. But yeah, take time. Let's take time out and let's think about our thoughts and our actions. Actually, let's think about our actions and be like, well, let me take time out to reiterate what keeps coming up familiar. Let me get to the root of this. And let me get to the root of why this keeps happening, or why I keep making this mistake, or why I have to keep taking the same test over and over again. So you all, this was your therapy talk for today. And uh, please feel free to come up and share and comment. I always open the floor before it's time to shut down. Um, Time fly by so fast, so it's over 20 minutes. But we definitely will be back on next Thursday with the official live podcast about, and we're going to be talking about relationships again. We're going to be talking about, do we have to have it all together before being in a relationship and before entering into marriage? So we will be doing another relationship segment this month. So and we will be live. So this was our therapy Thursday talk and therapy conversation. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the ones who will catch the replay. And again, you all, I am live on my Instagram apparel, um, Fearless Daughters Dream. So the brand is Fearless Daughters Catch Dreams. But the website is fearlessdaughtersdream.com. But anyway, you can follow us on Instagram. And I'm wearing the Fearless Daughters Catch Dreams black and white bucket hat, and we have rose gold and white. Again, we have apparel for the whole family. We are pre-launching, and we still have things coming in that we're going to do some product shoots on. So that'll be coming. But I will try to share a piece or two or showcase what we have for you all. So you can follow us on Instagram there. Again, we are having a sale on our NKB Cosmetics. And we also are on Instagram. It is NKB Cosmetics on Instagram. We're having a sale, a Valentine's Day sale for skincare and cosmetics. It is vegan and plant based. So you want to check that out. But thank you all for tuning in. And again, you can still leave your comments and feedback if you happen to catch the replay. I want to hear from you. Also, talk to me. Please like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us for more inspiration, for more content, for live coaching sessions, for resources. Um, we upload every day. And so go back and check some of those videos out as well. LinkedIn, we are posting. Um, Again, we are branded all across social media, and we want to make sure that you are getting the advice and inspiration and help that you need. And also, you get to shop because we have products and stuff that you all can even shop from. Also, for some of you all who are just coming on for the first time, I am a life purpose life coach. So my channel is Life Coaching with Karen on YouTube and Instagram, and Facebook, Karen Oliver. And also, you all, I teach on purpose and I teach on health. And also, if there's any questions about that, there's ways to get in touch with me as well. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. I know we're all tuning in from different time zones, but I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we definitely will be back with our Monday motivation check in on Mondays. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Life Coaching with Karen, because there's always going to be content uploaded every single day there, and you're going to always get what you need. So I hope you all have a great night, a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.